right, hello everybody. Thank you so much for showing up at all today. If this is your first time here, first of all, I want to welcome you. Before I even introduce who I am, my name, and anything else, my height, and all those other important details that you might want to know about me, I want to welcome you to this, first of all, to our platform, but also to this ride. I also want to encourage those of you who have never done a live ride with us to find at least one live ride throughout every single week, right? A permanent ride that you know you can make at least 3 out of the usual 4 weeks of I guess maybe there's always like 4.5 weeks. You get what I'm saying though, right? Well, you can make the majority of that day's ride at that time throughout the month. My name is Dallas. For those of you that have never had the pleasure of doing any of these rides with before, please make sure that your resistance is light. We have 4 resistance levels here at Motosumo. We're getting started at or on or something. The lowest one, that lowest resistance is resistance 1. Our first song is starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we always use the first 5, 6, maybe even 7 minutes to just get warm. If you ever needed any additional time after that to warm your body up, then you feel free to take that advantage. I say that as long as you are at least 12 years old, you are a grown-up and you can make grown-up and personal decisions when it comes to these type of classes where you're on a bike that's not moving anywhere and all you gotta do really just turn resistance up, turn it down, move your legs faster, move your legs slower. 3 things that you need to know for all Motosumo rides. We've already we've already started to go over some of those things. Resistance levels, we have 4 of them, but we also have 4 RPM zones, red, yellow, green, and blue. And then we also have 2 positions, position 1 and position 2. Sometimes I refer to them simply as seated or climbing position. So right now we're at resistance 1. We're just moving our legs. Some of us will be in the 70s, others of us will be in the 80s. And then there's a group of overachievers that will be in the 90s. If that's you, listen, that's even me right now. I'm at 90 RPM. So if that's you, go for it. But give your body a little bit of time here to wake up. Give your mind a little bit of time to wake up and find out and accept the idea of working out. I feel like it's time for us to just increase our resistance. So with that being said, without changing our speed, without increasing or decreasing speed, our resistance is going from 1 to 2. When, now, let's go. Now, as we go from resistance 1 to 2 here, what we want to make sure we experience is some type of a difference in our overall effort. And that is going to be the number one way that we're going to distinguish, I should say, resistance 1 from resistance 2. So you should be able today to use the same RPM, right? Do the same RPM, accomplish the same RPM at resistances 1 and 2. But at resistance 1, it'll take a little less effort. Resistance 2, it'll take a little bit more energy from your heart rate, right? It'll start to spike just a little bit. Your breath might start to get a little bit shorter, a little bit more shallow, and that's okay. But remember, your RPMs are staying the same. Our first song today does not call for us to sprint. It's not wrong. It's not breaking the law to sprint a little bit here, but I just want to use resistance a little bit longer to help us warm up. Now listen and listen closely. As we transition from resistance 2 to resistance 3, you should fall down to the next, I guess, kind of tens of RPMs. This is what I mean. When we increase our resistance, If you're in the 90s, you should go to the 80s. If you're in the 80s, you should go to the 70s. 70s, you should go to 60s. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're increasing our resistance just a little bit. But again, the new resistance should force us to a slightly lower, a slightly slower RPM. Even if you have to drop by maybe 15 or even 20, so maybe you go from 90 to 70. When you boost your resistance, that's good too. But this new resistance should be something that you feel comfortable getting out of your seat doing. If you don't feel comfortable getting out of your seat at this resistance, it's not enough. Or perhaps it's too much, which you shouldn't even be doing that seated then. 60s, 70s, and or, right, kind of depends where you are, 80s. Position 2, let's go. If you can, resistance 4 to wrap up our warm-up. Let's go. Now remember, this new resistance here should, again, you should be able to do the same RPM, right? The 60s, the 70s, overachievers, maybe 80s, right? I recommend falling down a little bit, but it should just take you a little bit more effort today to do the same RPM, right, at a higher resistance. You have less than 10. We're dropping our butt. We're dropping our resistance. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. So our warm-up is over. That's all we have today. For the warm-up, give yourself a big round of applause. If you happen to be doing this ride with someone else, put up an emoji. Let that person know how you feel. They might let you know how they feel. And listen, if you're riding with someone, right, someone you don't know, right, maybe there's a Beth on the leaderboard, and then maybe there's a Sammy also on the leaderboard, and you don't really know each other. All right, try out the emojis. If it doesn't work, whatever. Okay, don't force it. Out of our seat one more time in the 60s or 70s. Let's go. Now this time, instead of increasing resistance, increase your speed. Try it. You have 15. It's a very, very, very short burst. Less than 10. Less than 8. Final. 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. That was just the first little trial push. We want to stay in the 60s or 70s. I want you to notice that when I said lower your resistance, I just said lower it. So some of us right now will be around 2, some of us around maybe 2.5. Some of us we're still working right around 3, but 60s, 70s, 80s, all fair game. I want to leave you a lot of room today, RPM-wise. So I'm going to do my best to leave you a lot of room. What I mean by that, broad RPM ranges. I'll say faster, right? I'll say slower. I don't want to over-specify. Again, this is just for today's ride, and you'll find out why. One more time, out of our seat, hands out, butt up. 3, 2, let's go. Let's give the standing, I should say position 2 push another shot. Still working on power. 30 seconds. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Hold on to it. You're at your final. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. You want to take a seat. We have one final round of that same exact thing. No surprise, no tricks. We've done one 15-second. We've done one 30-second. I guess there's a small surprise. There's a small trick. 45 seconds instead of 30 seconds. But before we even go there, hands out, butt up. 3, 2, last opportunity. Make it a good one. We start the push in this song. We finish our push going into our next song. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 45 seconds power pushing, my friends. This is going to be a little bit of a mental barrier for some of us to get over. Why? Because we're used to stopping when the song ends, or when the drop ends. But sometimes we just gotta keep going, we gotta keep fighting, we gotta keep pushing, because we never know how circumstances are going to just kind of lay themselves out. You have a little less than 25 seconds remaining. Resistance 1, water, towel, and of course you're seated. 3, 2, 1, beautiful job. Resistance 1, water, towel, and of course you are seated. Once you find your place at resistance 1, all right, once you've taken a sip, once you've taken a dab, hands come back to your handlebars. Everybody get ready to pick your speed up with me. We are looking to go for about 90 seconds at 100 or better. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, like I said, I'm giving you broad range, so I said 100 or better. I didn't say it had to exactly be 100. For those of you who are looking for 110, right, like you love 110, that's your thing, that's your jam, go. Do not wait on me. Almost there. 60 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Yet again, the song has ended, but we have not stopped our legs. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm at 104 for anyone that wants to join me there. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. Here's the best part. You have another 90-second challenge coming up, but resistance is going back up to 2 or 3. Let's go. Minimum 60, maximum 80 on your personal RPM. Minimum 60, maximum 80 on your personal RPM, out of your seat. Let's go. You do not need more resistance, just hold on. Be aggressive, be strong, and work under control. Aggressive, strong, and work under control. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right around 15 seconds remaining. Finish this. Butt down in 5, 4, 3, 2, good job, sit. Oh man. That just marked 2 back-to-back 90-second challenges. We did 1, right, that was kind of speed. We did 1, that was out of our seat. I wanna do 1 more that is all resistance. Yet again, it will start in this song, finishing in the next song. 90 seconds of additional resistance, seated. Let's go. Oh man, we're just under 60 seconds in, just under 60 seconds in. It's going to take a whole lot of breath and mental strength to finish this one. To get all the way through and listen closely. We will be slowing down back into the 60s as a mandatory RPM, 60s as a mandatory RPM. So you gotta do whatever you gotta do with your resistance to get you there. These are your final 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. I have officially started a 5-minute timer. We've done 3 90-second challenges. I am now going to ask you for 2 3-minute challenges. This is the reason why I'm not over-specifying the numbers today, right? Or even over-specifying how you should necessarily feel or what you should imagine. All right, just today, switching up a little bit. 60s and RPMs, let's go. Give yourself some time to catch your breath. All right, you've had 60 seconds to catch your breath. I need you now to just pick up your speed a little bit. This is only a test. I did this yesterday in a class I taught and they loved it. This is a beautiful test to find out whether or not you have on too much resistance. So if you feel stressed and overwhelmed right now, you have on too much resistance. 3, 2, 1, relax. I hope that felt okay for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, it should have felt like a 6 or a 7 overall effort. Now for 3 straight minutes, this is what we're looking to do. For the first minute, 8 out of 10 effort. For the second minute, 9 out of 10 effort. For the last minute, 10 out of 10 effort. Everyone start by getting out of your seat. Let's go. We want our resistance going up to the best resistance that we can do in this moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, resistance up. Let's go. Remember, 3 straight minutes of work. When you need to rest, you rest. When you need to pull back, you pull back. Remember the rules today. Keep going unless otherwise notified. Now, our second minute is starting in 5 in our seat, 3 in our seat, 1 in our seat. Let's go. Drop your butt, but keep pushing and keep driving. Now, how is this all of a sudden more challenging? Well, because now instead of your body weight kind of being distributed forward and back, it's all just back over your pedals. All of your weight in one place. All right, so make sure you take pressure off of yourself, right? Don't lean too much into your handlebars. Lift your chest just a little bit. All right, 10 out of 10 effort. How? Switching it up, going with speed. In 15 seconds, we are stripping our resistance and taking off. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All of that resistance that you just did for 2 straight minutes should have prepared you more than you even thought it would to go, sprint, run fast. – 30 seconds down, you have half a minute left. I am starting another 5-minute timer immediately. At the end of this one, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. Again, keep your legs moving. Don't stress. Don't ask why. Don't ask why not. Simply catch your breath. I hope that so far you feel accomplished, feel like, you know, you're actually getting something out of this ride. Maybe it has nothing to do with numbers, right? But it has everything to do with just how you feel. With you hopping on the bike today, making the decision to do something new, to try something new. I was actually talking to, I forget what job I was at. I was at one of my jobs though. And someone was talking about how she got stuck for the last just over 2 years, you know, doing at-home workouts, and now she wants to get back into doing some more, you know, like in-person classes and things like that. So we all have different things, I guess I can say, that we're experiencing, different challenges that we're experiencing. And for you, this might be weird. For someone else, this might be normal. And they might be used to this, so they need to do something different. For you, this might be something that you need to do that's different. All right, here we go. Let's just make sure we haven't pulled back too much. Resistance 2 or 3. Instead of 60 to 80, minimum 70, maximum 90. You still have approximately, right, a little less than 30 seconds to catch your breath. Same idea. 8 out of 10 for the first minute, 9 out of 10 for the second minute, 10 out of 10 for the final minute. 60 seconds out of our seat. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. This ride today is all about our ratios. Remember, 60 seconds here up top. This one's gonna be a little different than what we did the first time, so don't get stuck in the past. "25 seconds remaining. Here's the difference this time. When we sit, instead of changing nothing, we're changing something. Butt down, RPMs are going up in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Yes, at resistance 2 or 3. So if we start to creep into the red RPM zone, we have to start to seriously ask ourselves, do I have on enough resistance? Right? Is it possible to do 110 at resistance 2? Sure. But should it feel comfortable? Absolutely not. Especially considering all that we've done leading up to this moment, leading up to this point. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh yeah. "60 seconds coming up. Can you go faster than what you're doing with even lighter resistance? In 5, 3, 1, let's go. I don't want you to be afraid of 117 or 118 or 119. Those of you who max out around 100, I don't want you to be afraid of even that now. Let's go. Two and a half minutes down, half a minute to go. Of course, you have another recovery period coming up at the very, very, very end of this 3-minute challenge. Well, we got 15 seconds. This is so much fun. These are your final 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done, done, and done. Excellent job. You're done with the couple of 3-minute challenges that we have. Remember, we started with 3 90-second challenges. We moved to 2 3-minute challenges. I think it only makes sense that we go for one single 4.5-minute challenge. And notice the pattern there, right? 3 for 90, 2 for, what is that, 180? And then we're gonna do 1 for longer than those. I don't know exactly how long it is. I don't feel like doing the math. What, 270? 270? Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Point is, hands, handlebars, catch your breath and recover. You've done an excellent job thus far. I will be starting one more 5-minute timer. And with this last 5-minute timer, it'll give us 30 seconds to prepare. And then we will start our 4.5-minute journey. All right, things are about to change just a little bit. Instead of the 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, we're looking more for a 6 or 7 out of 10 to get started, 7 out of 8, and then we'll finish at an 8 or a 9. I hope I didn't say 7 out of, 7 or an 8, and an 8 or a 9, again, out of 10. All right, here we go. 5-minute timer's coming on right now. We will be starting this challenge out of our seat, just like we started the first 2 challenges. With that being said, I need everyone to start to Adjust your resistance now. Hands toward the end of your handlebars, butt out of your seat. Remember, this is one time and one time only. 3, 2, let's go. Remember, 6 or 7, 6 or 7, 6 or 7, nothing crazy. I want to do another 60 seconds out of our seat with more resistance. You choose how much. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I don't need to ask you to do anything impossible for this to be challenging. It's already mentally challenging enough knowing exactly how long you're going to be working. That's all the challenge that you need. Okay, the moment we get to the 3-minute mark, this is what happens. We're taking a seat and increasing our resistance even more. All right, here we go. Three, 2, 1, let's go. The first time, we didn't adjust resistance or speed. The second time, we adjusted speed. So this third time around, what we want to do when we sit, right now that we've sat, is increase our resistance and just hold on to that, right? Using the fats and the oxygen that we have available to us to move us aerobically. 45 seconds down, 45 to go. 45 down, 45 to go. In just a few moments, our resistance will drop, and every 30 seconds, our RPMs will be going up, starting at 80 or better. Five, 3, 1, let's go. Every 30 seconds, we want to go with a little bit more speed, and I promise you, I will not ask you to do anything like this for the rest of the ride. No more of these 3-minute, 4.5-minute, 90, no more of this for the rest of the ride. If you need to drop more, you drop more. We're aiming for 95, yellow RPM zone. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now the red RPM zone is here to finish. The red RPM zone is here to wrap things up. Yes, 110 is where we're going. That's an extra 15 RPMs, just like the 80 to 95. 95 to 110, starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 110 to wrap things up. And we will be keeping our resistance at 1. We'll be keeping our resistance light, but I need a little bit more energy from you, a little bit more effort, and a little bit more enthusiasm. Hold it. These are your final 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Excellent, excellent, excellent job, everybody. Take your time, catch your breath. This is not your official active recovery. This is nothing more than a moment for you to just relax your mind and relax your heart and prepare yourself for what's coming up next. Remember, no more 390 seconds. Although that would make the ride go by so quickly if we kept that same kind of sequence going, like instead of doing, like 45 second sprints and 20-second this, and instead of doing stuff like that, which we're going to do, right? If we go to like 6 minutes, right? We go 6 minutes of straight work. We do that like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more times with a little active recovery interspersed in there. Oh man, that'd make the ride go by so quickly. But I'm gonna give you a break from that. Again, excellent job so far today. I hope you found success. Let us all begin to adjust our resistance, if you haven't already done so, to resistance 1. And once you get to resistance 1, your RPMs are at a minimum of 75 and a maximum of 100. Minimum of 75 and a maximum of 100. This has been an opportunity again for you to catch your breath. We've done a lot of hard work. This song didn't call for us to do very much, but this next song may. Round number 1, 15 seconds. I know that sounds so refreshing, doesn't it? Round number 2, 25 seconds. Round number 3, 35 seconds. Every single round is completely up to you how fast you go, as long as it's faster than whatever you're doing right now at your base RPM. Here we go, 15 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pure speed. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And pull it back. Round number 2 is a little bit different from round number 1. We're going for 25 seconds instead of 15 seconds. So 10 extra seconds, but the idea is the same. Focusing on our RPMs, focusing on our speed, focusing on our attitude, being great. We're all taking off in 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Remember, 25 short, brief, powerful seconds is what you're aiming for here. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just because of how much resistance we've been working with today, my legs feel so ready. All right, so ready for the right RPM zone. I even went there and I wasn't even trying. That's because of all of the work that we've done up to this point. I want to give you one more opportunity, one more shot. 35 seconds. Wait for me. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's run. Almost there. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Excellent, excellent, excellent job, everybody. Oh man. Resistance goes up a little bit. I'm not looking for your heaviest resistance. I am looking for you to join me anywhere between 60 and 75. Reason is, it's been a little while since we've gotten out of our seat. So I think it's appropriate that we do that here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. "15 seconds, power push, let's go." You have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Bring it back down. Now remember how this felt very early on in the ride after our warm-up? You should recall how that felt. This should feel a little bit more challenging, a little bit different, but we're gonna give it another shot. 15 seconds, yet again. In 5, 3, 1, let's do it. You have less than 10, less than 8, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. This has been my theme of the month so far. And listen, we're approaching the halfway point of this month. All right, so we got another about 2.5 weeks for us to work on. Well, I'd say like another 2 weeks or so, really, to work on this third position, pushing, challenging effort type stuff. One more time, 30 seconds, starting in 4, 3, 2, let's wrap it up. $15 down, you have 15 more. And a 60-second recovery on the other side. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, relax. Excellent job. My friends, got a little bit more time before we get into our active recovery. A few more minutes before we enter into our active recovery. But once we do get into our active recovery, it should be something that makes us feel happy. Like very, very, very happy that we even get to do this. Feel like falling deeper, that was a joke. Listen, drop your resistance down. Your active recovery is here. Your legs are moving. Relax, all right? Loosen up a little bit. Just allow your legs to move. I don't wanna say don't pull yourself back too much, but don't suggest to your body that the workout is over. We deserve an opportunity to just move our legs without stress and without worry. So if you're not sure what's going on right now, never done this with me before, right? Could be lost and confused. The active recovery is an opportunity for you to, again, just move your legs without feeling overwhelmed, without feeling stressed, without feeling the pressure of numbers and other things like that, right? Just move your legs and feel good. So easy to question, whether or not should we be doing this right now? Like, this is normal. I don't know how I feel about it. I think maybe I want to try something else. I want to do my own thing. Listen, you can do your own thing. I won't be sad about it. But try this out, right? Try and see if you can enjoy it. All right. We are now entering the final phase, the final piece, the final portion of our ride. Appearing behind me right now is the color purple. Now that is the name of a movie, but that's not what this is right now. The color purple that you see behind me represents and marks the end of our workout and the end of our ride. This purple color represents royalty, it represents authority, it represents power, it represents all kinds of things that let you know that you are in charge. And I want you to understand that you are in charge of your workout once you get on the bike. Yes, I can encourage you, right? I can suggest things to you. I can push you to do certain things. I also did not mean to do that. But at the end of the day, it is up to you to do what you need to do to get whatever it is that you need to get out of the workout. Resistance 3, let's go. Resistance 3, and we're looking to be somewhere in the 70s on our personal RPM. This is nothing more than a little bit of a wake-up call for us. Get ready to get out of your seat. Hands towards the end of the handlebars, butt straight up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just wake your legs up. Remember, not everything has to be done at 130,000 miles an hour. We've done a whole lot of work up to this point. We've earned every single maybe calorie that we burnt, every single nerve that we've been able, that was annoyed, that we've been able to recover. 15 seconds. Get ready to take a seat. The energy's about to change a lot. We are going with resistance to get started. We're going with light resistance and speed to wrap things up. Drop your butt, everybody. Resistance 3 stays. Instead of being in the 70s, I now need you in the 60s. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, what I said earlier was that I was done asking you for the really super duper long, right, like multiple of the same thing kind of challenges, the 390s. That's what I said I was doing. I never said that we wouldn't do any more long challenges at all. With that being said, this is what you should be setting yourself up for. A 75-second resistance challenge. Again, we're starting with resistance, but we're finishing with speed. Resistance up, let's go. Remember, you want to dig. Let me give you a picture today. I haven't given you a picture or an image all right, because I thought that it would actually do worse than a benefit, than it would be a benefit to our ride today. But I want to give you a little bit of a picture today. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as your favorite animal, whatever animal it is. All right, let's imagine that every single animal that ever lived is actually able to swim underwater. Now, I want you to imagine yourself being chased by little underwater torpedoes. I think that torpedoes go underwater. All right, but you have to sway, and you gotta fight, and you gotta dig. All right, and if you stay focused, if you keep working for the next 15 seconds, you'll evade whatever torpedo it is. It's a silly illustration, but I think it worked for at least one person, and I'm good with that. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. For the final time today, hands are going towards in the handlebars. Butt is lifting out of our seat. 3, 2, stretch him out. You've done all of the resistance work that I could possibly ask you to do today. We have one more little brief challenge that we want to get into together, that we want to help one another to experience the right way, the only way. All right, so in a few moments, we'll take a seat. We have one final challenge, right? One final challenge. Now it's going to require us gradually picking up our speed, right? Very gradually picking up our speed. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. I asked you to do way too many long challenges for me to not ask you to do one more long challenge. Minimum 75. Go. Now, some of you are wondering what the long challenge is. Others of you have noticed that we have not done a single race today, and you're hoping that that's what we have coming up. Yes, you're right. 95, let's go. 2 minutes racing to wrap up this ride. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, here's the thing about the 2-minute race. We don't have a single song here where we have, 2 minutes of just straight, just like pumping energy, super exciting, super ecstatic. So we have to make use of the changes in the music. So when we hear the music start to build, maybe we add resistance. Then when we hear it really drop for the last time, maybe that's when we go, gee, I can't remember this little phrase. There's one phrase that's kind of inappropriate. There's another phrase, pedal to the metal. That's when we put the pedal to the metal. There it is. And I'll let you know when that opportunity and when that time comes. All right, here we go. We are officially at our final 60 seconds. What more can you do? What more can you give to someone else? Someone who's not able to work out like you are. Someone who has lost the motivation to work out like you do. "90 seconds down, 30 seconds to go." Almost there, you have 15. Whatever you do, do not stop a single second early. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Done and done. Give yourself a big round of applause for working as hard as you did today. Oh man, I was 14 yards away from a particular mark, but I'll be all right. I'll be okay. Listen, thank you all again so much for your hard work and for your effort. I hope. Sorry, that song was a little, kind of hit me in the ears. But I hope that you felt successful during that ride. I hope that you got something out of it. If you ever have any questions about any of our formats here at Motosumo, always feel free to reach out to me. And listen, use these final few minutes, because I usually take you about 60, maybe even 90 seconds longer than we went today. So if you feel like I'm cutting you short, by all means, keep going. But if you're already stretched, let's start stretching now. But listen, any questions that you have about any of our formats or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Feel free to reach out to me. _DallasJ is my Instagram. Make sure that if you're going to reach out to me, that you're reaching out to me for something Motosumo related. Anything else, I can't promise. I can't promise that I'll have the answer that you're looking for. I can't even promise that I have the answer you're looking for if it's Motosumo related. But at least I can find someone. I can point you to someone that will have the answer to whatever question you would have. Make sure you get both sides here, stretching out calves and hamstrings. And then when you are ready, feel free to push your hips toward the handlebars, arching your back. Oh man. So this was our signature ride, obviously with a focus on some longer challenges today, some longer drills, some longer pushes and whatnot. Some gradual changes, right? Where we ratioed things up a little bit here and there. Feel free to take a seat. Take one of your arms across your chest. A little bit extra time today to do some other stretching that I think is important. Oh man. If you need to tilt your head to either side, feel free to do so as we go through this. And then switch arms. I want to encourage you to find an accountability partner, find a workout partner. Sorry. Okay, whatever, same song. But yeah, find someone to work out with, find someone to do this with, invite a friend. A lot of you know that essentially anyone, right? Anyone can take it from anywhere. There are different perks depending on certain options or certain decisions that you make. I'll phrase it that way. But feel free to reach out to people. You just never know what an invitation. Think about an invitation that you got to something or somewhere before that you would have not attended or made the decision to do had it not been for the invitation that was given to you. And I did not make that rhyme on purpose. All right, so we should all understand, we should all know, be aware of the power of a simple invitation. And listen, sometimes people will decline or reject an invitation. I mean, I know I have in the past a lot and will continue to do so. But that's okay. Right? You never know if just the one person that you invite might want to participate in something like this. So listen, that is all the time that we have today. Again, my name is Dallas. Thank you all so much for doing this at all, on demand, replay, live, whatever it is. I'll see you when I see you. Have a fantastic remainder of wherever you are, and I will see you when I see you.